Hey everyone. Welcome back to another weekly Monday live. How's everyone doing today? I am doing all right this afternoon. Um, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I appreciate you guys that come through every week and join me for the live streams. I always love talking with you guys and stuff like that, so it doesn't go unappreciated. But yeah, if you're new here every Monday, I like to go live and we talk about game news. I get your guys' opinion on stuff. You guys hear my opinion on stuff. And yeah, I just love to chat with you guys and stuff like that. Today we have a lot of um, reacting and commentary because it's a lot of new stuff that I just want to get everybody's opinions on and gather my own opinion on. For instance, the first thing that I kind of wanted to bring up again was the PlayStation State of Play. Now, if you weren't here, what was it like Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. Um, if you weren't here Wednesday, we got a new PlayStation State of Play. Um, and I think it got a lot of mixed reviews. At first, I was really skeptical of it because the last few state of plays hasn't been the greatest. Um, so this one I kind of went into it skeptical, and it really started off pretty slow. But I do want to give it its props for the games that I actually did or it at least caught my attention. But one thing I do want to say first though is the thing that made me the most mad during the live stream, and that was when they announced that they were going to do a remaster for Days Gone. I don't know if you guys seen the live clip, but I had gotten so heated because that game already looks so great, and it's like you're wasting time and resources to remake these games that already look amazing in the first place. So it's just crazy to me. Because they did that with The Last of Us 2. Now, The Last of Us 2 looked great. The version that came out in 2018, which I'm pretty sure it came, if it didn't come out in 2018, it came out around then, very close, but it looked amazing. So they're just remaking stuff for no reason that does not need to be remade, and it's just kind of crazy. Um, hey Tay, how's it going? I'm doing well. Yeah, so that's all. What the dog doing? This is what I want to talk about. I want to kind of shine some light on some of the stuff that they did well in the state of play because I don't want to just get on the hate train and you know just say what they did right because there's a few games that actually stuck out to me. Yeah, Days Gone was the worst part of it. But yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys too. What do you guys think makes a good state of play, right? Because in my opinion, I think maybe a sequel to a game that's really good. Announcing new games, which they did. They announced Saros, I believe that's how it's pronounced. That's a new IP. So that's really cool. I know they didn't announce this in this more recent state of play, but I know Naughty Dog is also coming out with a new sci-fi game. I'm not really the most fond of sci-fi games, but since it's Naughty Dog, I'm willing to listen because I love Naughty Dog. But yeah, what makes a good state of play to you guys? I'm really curious. Um, yeah, so the first game that I think really caught my eye, just looking back on it, is Mind's Eye, right? So we were talking about it in the live during the state of play. A lot of people were saying that it looks like a cross between a lot of games, which is really common nowadays. It just seems like games are just taking, pinches of a bunch of games and kind of mashing them together to create something. I don't know if that's necessarily something unique or not, but Mind's Eye definitely was one of them that caught my attention. Especially because I think it looks a lot like Detroit Become Human. Because you could tell they got these little sci-fi, like superhuman elements. And then also it gives like a GTA vibe as well. Sequels to fan favorite AAA titles and certain remasters, Uncharted for example. Uncharted, I think they remastered Uncharted once, I believe. Yeah, it does look like those games. Cyberpunk Mafia 3, Detroit Become Human. It's a mix of a lot of different games. Now I feel like the one thing I do like I would critique about this game is I don't know how story driven it is, because with me, if you know anything about me, I love a good story driven game. So I can't tell if this is like more of a shoot 'em up type game or more of like a story type game, because it does look very shoot 'em up. But then I feel like during the state of play, it looked more cinematic. Oh, the game is by the creator of GTA. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's the first game that kind of caught my eye. And then the next one, I was also a little skeptical about, just because it almost looks like it could be another, not necessarily zombie game, but just like something that resembles a zombie game. Like they're not like necessarily using zombies, but it almost gives that it'll go down that path of like, oh, it's these creatures that you have to like shoot up and stuff like that, and you gotta like dodge and hide from them. It also looks like that. Yeah, it does look like Control. That's why I said like it gives unique, but like not in a unique way. Like it looks like it took a bunch of different games and put them together. But the next one I kind of wanted to call out is the Saros game. Now the thing that really caught my eye with this game is the fact that, like, for one, it did look like really nice. Like the graphics looked really nice. The only thing that threw me off is the creature. Yeah, there are so many zombie-like games in the showcase. There was. I'm sick of zombie games just in general. Like, they were good when they first started coming out, but it's like, okay, we need a unique idea, you know? Now, the graphics look amazing in this game.
This world, this moment, this choice.
We don't have to watch the whole thing, but... And then, like, this is the thing that looks like the zombie. So I'm curious, is this a zombie? It's obviously some type of monster. Now, if it's still some type of monster, but they take, like, a unique approach to it, then I think it could be a good game. And this is Sony, like, Sony made this game, or PlayStation Studios. So I really feel like it could be hit or miss. The thing that I'm scared about is Sony has also recently been on the bandwagon of like jumping on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been like copying a lot of other like popular games. For instance, Concord. They copied Concord. They wanted to be more like the other shooters that are out right now, and then that just ended up like completely failing for them. So I'm scared that that's gonna be what this is.
Begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger.
See, it is interesting because it's like on one hand I want to say it's like a zombie thing, but then like this like little bit right here looks like it could take it into a unique flair. You're personally getting tired of cinematic trailers. Personally, I wish developers went down the Rockstar Game path, have their marketing straight out of NJ. Yeah, I agree with that too. That's why I say it's hard to trust cinematic trailers, because a lot of the times, like, it's not in game. And this reminds me too of The Last of Us, because they came out with the cinematic trailer that's clearly not from the game. Like, you could tell, it just looks completely different. Like, even the characters look different. So it's like I feel like on one hand it conveys like what it's about, but I would take it with a grain of salt. I always do. What would be the unique approach that interests me? I don't know, really. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like everybody's doing the same thing. So I guess really anything that's not like, oh, there's a zombie coming up, they're gonna attack us. Oh, we you know, if you get bit, you turn into one. Like, just do something else. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not that same situation, I think it'll be fine. Because there's just so many games out like that now. It's more so just like a survival game. And it could still be a survival game, but I just need a new twist. I would have to think about a specific situation, but PlayStation gotta stop following so many trends and do their own thing. They never look like, yeah, they do, and that's the sad part. PlayStation used to be very creative, and it just seems like they're not. But I'm really interested to see what else comes out with this game, because like I said, it is like a unique twist. Like, okay, what are these like little fire things? So maybe it is not just a typical, you know, zombie looking game. Maybe it is like, I don't know, maybe this is like their lord or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really am interested to see what else comes out of this. Vampire invasion or demon invasion in the vein of Left 4 Dead would be cool. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
I know that you are here, and I will find you.
I mean, yeah, it definitely gives like this monster is coming to attack him, right? We don't really get much more than that. But at least it is a new IP. Whether that's going to be copying other games or not, we're gonna have to see. And the last game I kind of wanted to talk about from the state of play is Tides of Annihilation. This one actually really did catch my eye. I don't know if it was like, well, I think it was just more so like the world. We got to see a trailer of it. This, what I'm about to show you guys, is more so extended gameplay that we get to see. So we actually get to see some gameplay and not just a cinematic trailer. I don't believe they showed us this during the state of play. I think we just saw like a cinematic trailer or whatever. But I do want to like take a look at a little bit of this and see what we think about it. Yeah, Left 4 Dead is pretty good. I feel like it's a classic too.
Let's go.
I feel like when companies release cinematic trailers, they should also release gameplay trailers.
Oh,
and some people do
this
that.
place was fine before. Is this a car? It's too small.
It's a baby carriage.
Ah, a baby. I'm
I hope
so
this isn't a
sorry
cringe game.
for everything that's happened to you.
Let's go.
Get over here.
So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the world and stuff still really, like, I like a lot, but this, the narration's throwing me off, like their voices and stuff. Yeah, and that's why I want to watch this extended gameplay, because it's like, the little clips we saw, I can't base it off of that. Yeah. That is the sad part about, like, females. That is the sad part about females in video games. It does get pushed for the wrong reasons. Even this one, you could argue that a little bit. I don't think it's as bad as some. I don't think it's as bad as some, but I don't know, we'll see. The gameplay looks all right. And like I said, I like the world. The combat's giving Sub-Zero. Okay, I like that. That finisher reminded me of another game. I want to say maybe God of War, but like his axe isn't that big, but I feel like that move is like something that he would do.
Do you fear that?
Just a fold round.
Oh, Scarlet Waters! Run! Watch out!
I don't know. I feel like it does give a little unique. There are some things that's throwing me off about it, though.
See that?
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Just knock down the pillar. Don't forget, knights don't fear the Scarlet Waters. Nice. Now we can get to cross.
You love the outfit. I get thinking outside of the box, but I've seen too many games with weird monsters, colors, and everything starting to
I
get
sense
worn out.
danger. Seems like that's
But I
where
want
we're
something
headed.
really reality
Once we
based
go
for once.
in,
Yeah.
there's no turning
Yeah,
back.
I agree. We have been getting a lot of like
We need to
monster
be
games.
prepared.
And I think that's why like the 2018 era or the PS4 era is so elite, because we did get a lot of those like more reality based games. We haven't been getting that a lot on PS5.
I warned you. Gwendolyn. Did you come here just to get upset? With me?
Damn it, Mordred!
That's up to you. Just here to read, are you?
I have more pressing matters. You should have stayed out of my way.
Yeah, I can see.
Like
I think
said before, I've no interest in your throne.
I think fantasy games too. Like I've seen a lot of
Power Plus 2-stage snow.
I've seen a lot of fantasy games, just like everywhere. I think especially in this state of play, we saw a lot of fantasy games. I think that's something we were talking about within the chat. It just is a lot of copy and paste. Exactly, when you look at the catalog of this generation, makes you appreciate. Yeah, and it's like, I was so hyped when the PS5 came out, just to be let down by the games, because you have to admit, like, the PS5 is a really powerful console, and is not being utilized, like, whatsoever. So is this, like, steampunk or high fantasy? I mean, I feel like this is more, like, high fantasy type vibe.
You're after the night?
I kind of want to see more gameplay, though.
Else. What's this? Can't win on your own, so you call for backup. Too slow. This is all you've got. Bow to me.
So I feel like The gameplay right now is getting me. The world is getting me. The story's not getting me.
Very well. This is your own doing. Yes.
Yeah, you're surprised that games like GTA 6 and Watch Dogs 2 aren't made more often. I mean, you would think so because those are the games that get more traction. But I think it is a lot more work. Because when you think about the level of detail in games like Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto, I feel like companies are just probably just being lazy in a way. But I don't mean that in like a mean way. I just think that like it's hard to really make a game that has that many details. But some companies have like the money for it, so it's like it's barely even an excuse.
Destined to have it.
I may be a mere bug.
I feel like this game
Who the
really
hell do you
reminds me
think
of
you
something. I
are?
can't
Watch your mouth.
pinpoint what it is.
Face it, you're just a discarded pawn in this game.
Damn you! I'm Pendragon. No one can cast me aside, ever.
A lot of dragons in video games too. Yeah, I feel like we haven't been getting like barely any open world games. Like you could tell this game is most likely gonna be like a linear type thing. And what's up too with like having games with like a big, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna show you guys like this thing. Like they all kind of look like this. So I want to say like a knight, like you know, like knight in shining armor type look. But yeah, we have not been getting really any open world games. Sometimes open world games can be kind of hit and miss though. Let me ask you guys, did you guys like Elden Ring? I don't know what you guys say. The graphics looks nice, but the story looks generic. Yeah, that's the bad part about this. I think the enemies kind of look basic and the story seems basic, but I really do like the world and I like the gameplay, like combat aspect. So I'm hoping as it gets closer, they can maybe either like change something or prove more to us that it's going to be a good story, or I mean, I don't know how much they could really change the characters, but I'm hoping as it gets closer, we can see that it's not so bad. Game, yeah. You're so sick of seeing dragons. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't know. We have all these like creative people on the earth, and it doesn't really seem like it right now. But it could also be too that like people like Sony or companies like Sony is just forcing them to create something with a very specific look. We have to keep that in mind too, because I'm sure like execs over there are like, okay, this is what's popular right now, this is what we need to make. And they're not really thinking, okay, we have this big team of creative people, let's see what they could create. It's more so like they point their fingers and say, hey, you're gonna make this and you guys are gonna love it. I've seen a lot of people talk about that in the game industry, how they can't really like make what they want and stuff like that. I will say though, the one game I did like during the medieval period is A Plague's Tale. I highly recommend A Plague's Tale. I'm sure I've talked about that on here. It's really unique. It's about like, what's it called? The Black Plague. And you have to like fight off like these rats, and you have to like save this little boy, who's like infected by it. The issue is they had to make a profit. So yeah, that's the problem. They're they're looking so much on money, or at money, I should say, that they don't see what the audience wants, because they're too focused on money. Yeah, you're right. The dads probably want to do something else, but the big corps are telling them what to make. Yep. Experimentation seems too financially risky. 100%. I mean, they do that everywhere. I used to work in corporate, and I used to do videos for them, but they only wanted it a certain way because that's what makes the money. But then at the end of the day, like, it doesn't even make them money, so they're a little behind. What they need to do is start taking like surveys and stuff of like what the audience actually wants, instead of just picking games that's already in the field, right? I don't get why they think, oh, Fortnite's out and is doing really good, so let's make another Fortnite, but call it something else, and then people are gonna play this along with Fortnite. Like, no, Fortnite is already out. People are on Fortnite. That's the bigger game. So people are going to play Fortnite. They're not going to play this new game that you have to pay for. There's no reason for them to go to another game that's just like Fortnite and have to pay for it when Fortnite's free. Game developers need to spend resources into their own game engines. Rockstar's Rage engine and Valve Source engines are literally... Yeah, it's really good that Rockstar is using their own engine. I think that's smart. Unreal Engine doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I do think that's why a lot of games are looking the same. I will say I've seen a lot of games come from the Unreal Engine that looks really good, but it is starting to get a little copy and paste. That's another issue too. They don't listen to their fan base. It's a simple equation. What makes the fans want yield? Yeah, that makes sense. But then on the other hand too, Rockstar is like kind of known for not listening to their fan base. But hey, I gotta give it to them because they still make really good games. So it's like you can't even be too mad at it, because they still make great games. Now if they drop GTA 6 and it's not good, then that's another discussion. But it's like every game they make is gold besides the definitive edition, which I don't even know if they necessarily made. I think they like contracted another company to do that game. But every game, for the most part, Rockstar has made has been gold. You know what game I wish they would bring back too? I really wish they would bring back Bully. Bully is elite. I don't know why they got rid of it. It makes me so sad. They had so many IPs that they just gave up on after GTA 5 because they were so focused on like building GTA Online. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they licensed the definitive edition to another company, but I'm still surprised because like those games are like some of Rockstar's most famous games, so I'm surprised they even let that get out with it being so bad and like so glitchy. Yeah, and they don't tell their fans anything, so I don't know, but somehow, like I said, everything they put out is still gold, you know? So you can't even be too mad. Did you guys see PlayStation also released a new Midnight Black collection for their accessories? So it looks pretty cool. I like the matte black. One thing that kind of stood out to me, this texture on the back of the L2 triggers. That's interesting. I don't know how I'd like that. I don't know if it'd bother me or not. They should have gave you another PSP. Yeah. They definitely should have. So, one game that I've been keeping you guys up to date with, and let me know if you guys are still like excited for this game, because I will be doing a video on it either next week or the week after, because the game is about to come out really soon. Is Assassin's Creed Shadows. We just got another look at some more like details about the game that's really caught me off guard, one of them, and when it comes up I'll show you guys. But I wanted to show you guys like this new customization thing they have going on, which I think is really cool. And let me know in the chat if you guys are excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows, or do you think it's just gonna be kind of like the rest of them? Are you an Assassin's Creed fan? Because I know there are like so many Assassin's Creed fans, like die-hard Assassin's Creed fans. I wouldn't say I'm a die-hard Assassin's Creed fan, but I do appreciate their games. I think a lot of them are really good. There are some that I couldn't finish. That's probably an unpopular opinion about. But, yeah, I do think when they're good, they're good. When they're bad, they're bad. I feel like it's always hit and miss. So I think we're gonna, yeah. So this is the thing that threw me off, because I don't think I've ever seen this in an Assassin's Creed game. When I was watching this. You're a big fan of Assassin's Creed Shadows? That's, yeah. You heard some of the dialogue of Assassin's Creed Shadows? You didn't like it? Bro, that'd be crazy if they took Yasuke out of the game last minute. Oh, we love this. If they took him out of the game, that would be crazy. I don't think I'd buy it. That'd be actually crazy. What did you not like about the dialogue? I'm curious. Did they? I don't think they came out with a release price yet. $69.99, so usual. I wonder if it's gonna come out on Xbox Game Pass day one or not. I doubt it. But oh yeah, it's not coming to Game Pass. It sounded a bit robotic. It was the only side quest, so hopefully they mean, oh yeah, Heaven Better Die. It mostly sounded like the lines were only read aloud. You know, I kind of get what you're saying with that, because let me turn this down. I think honestly that's what a lot. Oh, wait, here we go. Let me pause it because now I want to listen to it. I feel like I get that a lot with Assassin's Creed games. Were there any Assassin's Creed games that you felt like didn't do that besides the main story? Because I do feel like it does sound a bit off sometimes now that you mention it. It does kind of sometimes sound robotic. But now I want to listen to them talk here. As this is specifically talking with NPCs.
Are you settling in here, Yaya?
I am. It's a feeling I haven't felt for a long time.
What is it?
It's the feeling of being able to change things. Honganji had that potential. But this is different. I'm grateful to feel this again.
So I'm wondering, can you just like talk to any NPC? Because they specifically said NPC, so I don't think this is like a side quest. What the dog doing? Sorry, I had to say it. Have you guys ever seen that? What the dog doing? What are these for? Is this just like decoration? And do they just like stand there? Do they run around? I'm curious. I've never seen this before in an Assassin's Creed game. Yeah,
You want attention, huh?
I feel like now that I'm like so aware of the voices, I'm just gonna be like so hyper aware of it when I play the game. What The Sims. Look, they're trying to appeal to a different audience. Wasn't that the NPC? Yeah, I'm a little confused. So they definitely have had the upgraded segments to this before. In other Assassin's Creed games. I know they've had the upgrades, but I've never seen where you can like lay out specific stuff.
What do you need?
I was hoping to hear him talk. What do you guys think about the graphics? I feel like it's hard to tell in this specific. That extra piece of gravel right here is throwing me off. Okay. I'll make sure the settings are all the way up. Yeah, it is. So yeah, a lot of like new stuff you could do with the hideout. This is definitely Ghost of Tsushima, where you sit down and like do the poems. That's what I was saying, the graphics do not look the greatest right now. I don't know if it's just the way he recorded it. Now what is this? This must be a mini game or something. What does it say? Oh yeah, like
I
a
am
side
benevolent
activity.
to both my inner and outer world, like my father.
What? Okay. Well, guys, that was interesting. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I mainly want to show you guys that for the like build mode. I don't know what that last part was though, to be honest. That was definitely interesting. Everything felt so disconnected. Yeah, that's a common theme in today's games though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They showing us. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of combat really. I know they did give us like a gameplay trailer like a couple months ago, but I don't even remember if that had fighting in it. I mean, maybe a little bit. But they were more so showing us like new mechanics. But the thing is, all the like new stuff they're showing us is already like stuff, or not even already stuff, but just very small stuff that doesn't make or break the game. But hey, maybe it'll all like come together at the end, and like kind of how we were talking about with GTA, how they have like all these small details and that's what really makes the game. But they, like GTA, Red Dead Redemption, they all have like really good stories. But I also think like good gameplay can make up for that too, so I don't know. We will see, and I will keep you guys updated if I see anything else. Yeah, more stealth. They did show a little bit of stealth in one of the clips. I think one of the new things they had was like how you can't stealth kill everybody automatically. Like if you're at like a lower rank and you try to kill them, they can like hit you back or like throw you over their shoulder or something like that. I think that was like one of the main new things that they added to the game. So I do know that I have some Sims fans in here right now. And this isn't really like new news, but I don't know if this is even the first time me seeing it, but I saw it this weekend and I'm like, why? What is this gonna be about? It really threw me off when I first saw it. So, The Sims is making a movie, because just like every other video game they're trying to make a movie out of, they're trying to now make a movie out of The Sims. And when I first saw this, I'm like, what is this even gonna be about? Like, because, like, I just don't get it. But yeah, I wanted to read this article really quick to, like, show you guys and see what you guys think about it. Everything you need to know about The Sims movie. The classic computer game is being brought to the big screen by Margot Robbie's production company. To be honest, I didn't even know she had a production company. Alright. The Life Simulator, hailed as one of the biggest computer game franchises of all time for having sold more than 200 million units worldwide, has stood the test of time. Its simple premise, creating better than they drown. It's like they do that so much. But it remains popular more than 20 years after it was first launched. Now The Sims will be coming to the big screen after the gaming giant EA, who publishes the game, announced it was working with Amazon MGM Studios to bring the eccentric world to real life. And here's what you can expect from the Sims movie, aside from, of course, a healthy dose of nostalgia. I wouldn't even consider it necessarily nostalgia, because it's still out right now, but sure. What will the Sims movie be about? While rumors of the film have been swirling for months, EA has now formally confirmed the project, but details about what the film will look like are scant. However, the big screen adaptation is certainly going to pay service to the franchise's huge fan base. EA's vice president and general manager of The Sims, Kate Gorman, hopes the film follows in the footsteps of 2023's Barbie for having a huge cultural impact. I wouldn't say Barbie has a cultural impact, but go off. It's very much rooted in the Sims universe, she told Variety, and what we want is to have a truly authentic Sims experience brought to a theoretical release. So you'll see from us, it is, geez Louise, I cannot read today. So you'll see from us is that we have been wanting to get this right. We wanted the right partners and to make an impact the size of something like the Barbie movie. And we know there's so much love and nostalgia, probably beyond what we could even release for The Sims. And so many people like us have played throughout the generations. We want this to be an experience that reflects all that amazing history and play of so many people in the world, but also is something that you can share across generations and to be part of pop culture and culturally relevant. Gorman added that a lot of in-game lore is expected to be included, but details are yet to be finished, so we really might see a sim drown in the pool and they're going to keep going back to it. You'll see a lot of the Sims universe come to life, and you will see a lot of the classic experiences that our players have in the games come to life in the movie. She says the idea is to say that it lives within this space. It's a nod to all of the amazing play and creation and fun that people have had over the last 25 years with The Sims. And yeah, they're basically saying there's no names attached to it and there's no like real trailer, but I think that's crazy. So a movie about life, like, is it a regular movie versus the Barbie movie? Now this honestly could work since Barbie was a smash hit, but Barbie actually had a plot line. I don't know what this will be about here. Lego movie based story. See, I laughed so hard if it was just a B-rated comedy with people setting their kitchens on fire. Hey Mass, how's it going? So they gonna have green diamonds over. Yeah, so I pretty much think that's what it's gonna be. So this is what I think. Well, the first thing I have to say is with it being inspired by like the Barbie movie, I feel like it's going to copy it in the aspect of it's going to be like somebody controlling these Sims. I bet any amount of money is gonna be like, oh, we're Sims, but we can't do what we want because we have this person controlling us, right? And I feel like they're gonna make it like a comedy based on that. Like they're gonna go try to do something, but they can't because they're being controlled. Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a comedy movie. I can't see it being anything else but a comedy movie. Honestly, just hearing about it though sounds a little cheesy, but video game movies are always very hit and miss. Also, Amazon's making it. Do you guys know any like good movies that Amazon has made? The only thing I know about with Amazon and their movies and TV shows, the only thing I heard about it is that they're supposedly making a God of War TV series that has yet to see the light of day. And that was released like some months ago. And yeah, I haven't heard anything out of it since. I do know that like the showrunners and the executive producers left. And if you don't know, that's like pretty like high up people to be leaving a production. Because I used to work in TV for a little bit. That's pretty high up to be just like leaving like that. So I don't know if that show is ever gonna see the light of day. But I am curious what the Sims movie will bring. Would you guys watch it? I don't know. I feel like if I see a trailer for something or for this and it just looks cheesy, I don't think I'd go see it. But I just think it's so funny, like you make a video game that's based off of life according to the person playing it. And there's definitely gonna be that pool scene. I wouldn't be surprised if they get lit on fire because that is just like stuff that always happens in The Sims. They're probably gonna have like Bella Goth. There's so much lore in The Sims that people like don't even know about. Like Bella Goth's whole story. That's the first one that comes to mind. But there is a lot of lore. I feel like I'd be more interested if they went down the lore than just kind of making a cheesy comedy. That's my 2 cents. Yeah, there's lore. I highly recommend, if you're into the series at all, there's a lot of lore behind the side characters. Like the Calientes, Bella Goth, Mortimer Goth, their whole family. What's another one that comes to mind? Those are just the 2 I know offhand, but there's a lot of lore. And I know specifically Bella Goth, there's lore for her for like almost every game that's out. And there's stuff that you can find like around the world in the game and stuff like that that just adds to these character stories. It's really interesting. Maybe I'll do a video about it one day. I think I actually might have done one on, let me see, because now I don't remember. I don't remember what I post. Wait, view your channel. I'm pretty sure I made a video on Bella Goth. I could have deleted it though, to be honest, but I feel like I did a video on Bella Goth. But if it seems interesting to you guys, I can definitely make more Sims lore videos. But yeah, it is really interesting. On to the next news. Did you guys see, well, this is actually just kind of a small tidbit. Did you guys see that Modern Warfare 2 is coming to Game Pass? I'm not sure how many of you guys have Game Pass, but I know Modern Warfare 2, the old one, is really, really popular within the fan base. And yes, I have seen about the Minecraft movie. I don't know if I'm gonna see it though, because I am not the biggest. I haven't played Minecraft that much, but I did see the Minecraft movie. It's coming out. Isn't it with Jack Black? I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I don't know if I'll go see it though. Might not. But yeah. So Xbox Game Pass is gonna have the original Modern Warfare 2. So I know a lot of people are excited about that. And then the last thing I kind of wanted to react to, the Minecraft movie, yeah, it is a little bit something. And then, like I said, I'm surprised to see Jack Black in it. But Jack Black is always in just like the randomest stuff. He was in the Mario movie too. So maybe he's just liking being in these like silly game movies. I've never been a Modern Warfare fan. I just like the grounded COD games. Oh yeah. Did you guys like when Call of Duty went to like boots off the ground and everybody was like flying everywhere? I like didn't mind it, and I only say that because that's kind of when I started playing Call of Duty. I want to say I started playing Call of Duty around Call of Duty Ghost, and then after that, I think after Ghost, I bought Infinite Warfare, and then Black Ops 3. And those were, well, Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 were both boots off the ground. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I didn't mind it. I think it's different. I only like 3. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I didn't mind Black Ops 3. I really like their like power-ups and stuff like that. Yeah, where you could like jump off the walls and stuff. I don't mind it. See, I feel like what they could do is just make that like a specific mode, because a lot of people didn't like it. So just make it a mode where it's like boots off the ground mode or something. And there's like specific maps for that. But then again, I feel like they're going to be too lazy for that. Like, I don't think they're going to do all that. People didn't like it. Now they want to go back to it due to the franchise decline. Yeah. But then again, it's like, if you're going to make the same game every year, you know, like, you're going to have to do something different. And that's why I said maybe the solution to that would be to have just its own mode for it. I am glad they brought back zombies though, because Zombies is like a franchise hit, and I know I kind of contradict myself, but I feel like they're the kind of people that did zombies first, so they could just start doing it. I don't like when new companies are doing zombies, but Call of Duty is one of the people that kind of originated it, so it's like fine for them. Yeah, anything other than that, cheesy. I remember there was a Call of Duty game where it would take place in Rome or something. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I played that one. Oh, it was canceled. Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I played that one. Yeah, and that's why I said, like, they should keep doing zombies, but now that all of these, like, other companies are doing zombies, is like, it's not cool no more. But the thing is, too, like, their take on zombies is more so, like game mode, where it's like, okay, let's see how high you can get. It's not like a story. I mean, it is a story to it, but it's not like the Last of Us type story, you know? Like, it's just, let's shoot these up, and then there's a bunch of lore in that you could try and find. I feel like it's their own little niche that they could stick to, but they did get rid of it for a while, and then, well, I don't know why they even got rid of it in the first place, because it's obviously really popular, but they got rid of it for a while. I think people were mad, so they brought it back. World War Z is decent too, though. I've never played that one. I did hear of it, though, before. But yeah, so the last game I kind of want to react to really quick is part of the PlayStation State of Play that I probably should have did earlier in this video. But I've had my eye on this game for a long time because it's from the makers of It Takes Two. Unfortunately, this is another sci-fi game, though, but I'm curious in the gameplay, or this is somebody reviewing it, and I just want to see what they have to say about it, because on one hand, it's another sci-fi game, and I don't really want to play another one of those, but on the other hand, it's from the developers of It Takes Two, and I really like that. So let's see what this is about, or what they have to say about it.
Of live services, MMOs, and generally disconnected online experiences, the idea of local multiplayer is quickly becoming a rarity. And while we've seen a handful of great couch co-op experiences pop up here and there, such as TMNT Shredder.
Have you guys played A Way Out? I still need to play that game. I've seen gameplay of it, but I really want to play that game. You would like Killing Floor 2, round-based game that prides itself on being gory and batshit crazy. If it's gore, I like gory games, so I'll look out for that one. Killing Floor 2, as long as it's good. No, I haven't. Alright.
Such as TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Overcooked, and even Hazelight Studios' very own
Overcooked is really good too.
I can't think of anything I've played recently that resonated with me quite like Split Fiction. From its plethora of varying gameplay types, such as a twin-stick shooter, a pinball-inspired puzzle platformer, and in one instance, a hot dog simulator. To its dazzling graphics and believable character dialogue, Split Fiction is looking to not only be another standout title in a year full of promising releases, but something that anyone who's looking for a fun and unique local multiplayer game should pencil in on their gaming calendar.
We need more couch co-ops. That's another thing we need. So that's why I'm kind of keeping my eye out for this game, but we need more couch co-ops.
In Split Fiction, you play as either Mio or Zoe, two aspiring writers who are chosen to take part in an early test of a machine that'll bring their stories to life. From what I saw, this plot device not only helps build the world of Split Fiction, but it also provides a perfect excuse to seamlessly transition between its sci-fi and fantasy settings. During the few hours I got to play, jumping back and forth never felt forced or tedious, and while I'm admittedly not the biggest fan of fantasy, you know, unless the word final is attached in some way, I've never found myself
See, even he said he's sick of the fantasy.
getting bored of Zoe's fantasy worlds. This was supported by Split Fiction's well-written and believable dialogue between its characters, which helped convince me that I was watching two real people who are polar opposites interact with each other in their own make-believe worlds.
What are you expecting? We're cyber ninjas.
It is nostalgic.
If you played Hazelight's previous games, It Takes Two and A Way Out, you probably have a pretty good idea of what's in store for you with Split Fiction, a shared multiplayer experience on either the same or a split screen that's full of cleverly designed puzzles that require teamwork and communication, all wrapped up in a nice looking and well-written package.
You hope GTA 6 has a 2-player co-op mode. And that was a thing in San Andreas. Yeah, I hope so too. That'd be really cool. I just feel like a lot of these games that's coming out nowadays just don't support it anymore for some reason. And I don't know if it's because they'd rather have online and then have like both parties buy the game as more money for them. But they really need to go back to like split screen co-op. Like they just don't do it anymore. At least have an option for it, because some people just like to like play the game together.
What sets Split Fiction apart from other couch co-op games is its clever integration of numerous gameplay styles, keeping the experience fresh and, well, engaging.
Oh, that's rude.
In fact, the variety of gameplay styles in Split Fiction is easily its most standout feature, and during my brief time with it, it was clear that this isn't another standard 2-player puzzle beat-em-up experience. Hazelight obviously took its time to refine the variety of gameplay types here because, well, nothing felt like it was rushed or created in order to add variety for the sake of variety. One standout moment for me was a section where our heroes have to snowboard their way out of an active war zone, which felt more like a blend of Sonic Adventure Battle and SSX than your typical on-rails downhill spectacle. In this moment, Split Fiction introduced a points mechanic, where I had to compete against my partner, performing as many grinds, grabs, and flip tricks as possible while trying to avoid death.
Fortnite has split screen.
Well, this mechanic has been done before in more games I can count.
I don't really
the
like
fact
Fortnite
that this
that much, but
instance
that's
is
funny.
just one of dozens really shows the potential of fun things to do in Split Fiction. That's not to say
Yes.
they're all hits though. One section had us playing.
That's a good point. Bring back game as a social experience. That's a good point. Some of this doesn't really look so sci-fi. Like, it does mostly look sci-fi, but some parts aren't sci-fi.
A hybrid of a platformer and pinball where I was controlling the ball and my partner was controlling the pinball paddles. This required some precise timing on our ends, and it was a creative mechanic to a game that has a surprising amount of action in it. While I found myself getting a bit frustrated whenever I messed up a badly timed jump, the satisfaction I felt once my partner and I finished any of the campaign's collaborative tasks really elevated the experience.
There we go.
And just to be clear, Split Fiction is 100% a collaborative experience that keeps you on your toes throughout. Single player is not an option. But unlike most co-op games where both players need to fight a screen full of enemies or break a bunch of blocks in order to progress to the next level, Split Fiction requires a heavy amount of teamwork and critical thinking from both players in its heavy action as well as its more mellower puzzle sections. Throughout my demo time, I found myself communicating with my partner and working together to try to figure out puzzles and bosses because, refreshingly, Split
Like, this part doesn't look as sci-fi.
Fiction doesn't hold your hand whatsoever. That's not
Oh, a
to
little
say
bit.
that this is suddenly a Souls-like in terms of difficulty, but there wasn't a moment where the UI pointed us in the right direction or gave us a hint on what to do.
Looks like it has
Which is
multiple
kind of the point
styles.
of Split Fiction and co-op games as a whole, and this
Here goes
definitely
the
made my
cruiser
demo
stuff.
a really fun and rewarding experience.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
In a time where every
Ninja-
game can either be
wait.
played solo
Ninja Turtles are rumored to be coming to Call of Duty. What? I didn't hear about that. That's funny.
or is completely full of NPCs, or people online don't really want to talk or interact outside of a few words here and there, myself included. Split Fiction
Yeah, it's
really
a lot
looks
of
to raise the
sci-fi.
bar on what a co-op
Hey,
experience can be.
I get you.
I appreciated everything from its interesting use of multiple gameplay styles spanning across many genres, to its cleverly written dialogue and beautiful looking worlds. Plus, the fact that it requires you to actively play with someone else and think outside the box to solve its puzzles. And in a year packed with dozens of promising releases, Split Fiction is definitely looking to set itself apart from the pack in a way that few games can.
Whoa, how cool are these screens?
For more on Split Fiction, check out the latest trailer.
So yeah, it is sci-fi, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it looks like it has a good amount of variety, so it's like I'm not too mad at it. I feel like the thing that really is gonna save this game though is the fact, or the gameplay. Let's just say that the gameplay I think will save it, because I really love split screen co-op, and you really do. If this is anything like It Takes Two or A Way Out, you really do have to rely on your partner to play the game. It's like he said in the video, it's not a single person game. You have to communicate with your partner to find a way to, like, you know, get through the story. And I really loved it in It Takes Two. And yeah, I feel like if it gets transferred to this game, it'll be really good. Wait, it's confirmed they have a trailer. That's funny. Wait, now I'm kind of curious. Let me see. We do need more games that feel like movies. Oh, it's a quick little trailer. Let's see, wait. Oh wait, no, that's not what I'm gonna show. 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys. Ain't no way I'm playing a Call of Duty based Ninja Turtles.
Pop the lid! Pop the lid! Hang on! I want to try my hydraulic wedge.
Move, I'll do it.
Quietly, guys.
Whoa!
Tubular!
Okay, dokie. Well, is that supposed to be like... like... just like skins? I'm assuming? Or... yeah, I don't know. It looks like they're experimenting with the launch. That's really funny, though. Thanks for letting me know. That's interesting. Yeah, they do look a little weird. They look like they're made of clay. Yeah, that's funny, guys. That's really funny. Alright, well, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. We went a little longer than usual, but that's okay. I like chatting with you guys, and having conversations back and forth and stuff like that. They better just be skins. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Call of Duty is always coming out with some crazy stuff. But yeah, it was good to talk to you guys today. And I will see you guys next week for another live. This week I think I'm making a video on Monster Hunters. And then again, I always post like my live clips and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next week for another live. Bye guys. AK out.